Yeah, the Carla Wild's always bringing me home. Carla Wild's always bringing me home. Carla Wild's always bringing me home.
Well, hello. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me fix this. Okay. Start over. Okay. Hello, Wild Ones. Welcome to another episode of the Find Your Wild podcast. I'm so excited to have my bestie Carla here. This is exciting. This is my first in-person podcast, so I'm very excited to have you on today.
I'm so excited too.
Yes, so my beautiful friend Carla, she has her own business called the Crystal Bee, so she is a crystal expert, I would say.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm very excited. So, for people listening that like don't know like your background and stuff, how did you first get involved with crystals?
Crystals?
Yeah.
So funny as it is, I was always like very energetic. So my dad used to like struggle to find ways to entertain me.
Yeah.
And one day he just came home with a bag full of like different crystals and elastic and beads. Here you go, Carla. Make something. And little did I know, I end up loving it. So I was just like, this is so cool. And I started getting into like the properties of the crystals, what they did, the colors, and learning their metaphysical properties and teaching people what to do with them aside from just wearing them. And
Yeah.
my dad, I guess, got me into something I didn't know I was going to love so much.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, and that's how we first connected. We first met at a vendor of market. So it was at Moon Goddess Studio, which is really fun, and it's such a beautiful like place that's also like really magical. It like just brought all the vibes together for us to be friends.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be. And I don't know if I had told you this like that day. So I had booked that, but like personally, I was just like in the perfect place.
Yeah.
And I was trying to like, did I like, should I go? Should I cancel it? I was not sure. And then last minute I said like, okay, let's just do this because who knows? And look, you know, it was meant to be.
Soul sisters finding each other, right?
I'm so glad that that I went that day and that our beautiful friendship was born that day.
I'm so happy. That was like you were like meant to be in my life. So I feel like even before that too, like I was like in a really rough place, and then starting my own business really helped me to like, on the path to finding myself again as a mom. And I know that like we share that same experience, and then also just to be able to make like friends that are just in such alignment with each other is so amazing and healing too.
It's powerful. I feel like we click right away. I remember that like you were on this side and I was my table was here, and I looked at her and I was like, I like her outfit. It's so freaking cool. And then I went and I asked her, are you a Scorpio? She's like, how do you know? I'm like, I'm a Scorpio too.
Yes, we're Scorpio queen. Snaps for Scorpio queens out there.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be. I was just like, her out. I keep on like looking at you, and I'm like, her outfit is so cool. Like I feel like people like rock that more. It was not just what you were wearing, but like how easy you work with yourself navigating the space in your outfit. It just meant like, there were a lot of people in there, but like you stood out, not just because of the outfit, but like your vibe.
Oh, thank you so much.
I love that, and that's kind of like what I felt drawn to you.
Yeah.
Like I like her. Like I feel like she and I can be friends.
Yeah, I felt the same, like, and just your authenticity and like your inner light. And I think obviously our Scorpio energies like just knew each other off the bat. So it's just so nice because I feel like it's hard for like women as they get older to like find such good friends, and I'm really happy that the universe connected us in this way.
Me too. I feel like these days women, instead of like lifting each other's crowns, they're more like out to get each other, and it shouldn't be like that because the universe is so like big and there's so many things out there for everyone to take a little bit that there's no need to be jealous selfish or like getting onto other people's dreams, because there's no need for that. Like, there's a little bit for you, there's a little bit for me.
Yeah, I also feel like just in regards to like uniqueness and everybody being like their own unique selves, really, like there's no one else like you in the world that
Exactly.
can do what you can do. So like, it's funny, I was listening to some video, I don't remember what it was. I think it was like Charlotte Dobre or something like that. That's like my mental time to be like, okay, I'm not really like thinking, I'm just like, vibing out sort of things. So I have to balance it out.
That's the best time.
Yeah. And then I just remember like one of the girls that was like she was reacting to was talking about jealousy and like reflecting on that as like, why am I jealous? Like, like reflecting on like, why should I be jealous? Like, inside, like, and that's actually like it's a normal thing for all of us to feel, but I think it's a point to like reflect on it, like inside, to be like, why am I feeling this way? Because like there is so much room for everyone, and for you to go through and have like your own unique like self and your own unique dreams out there, that you don't need to be pulling other people down, like there's no need for that. Everybody can, this platform is very big.
Chill.
Yeah.
I'll feel you. I always think that, there's more than us just here in this frequency. But I was reading not long ago, this guy online was talking about how there are 12 other versions of you somewhere else. And it seems like the source, God, however you want to call him, the creator, Gaia, uh, made everyone to kind of like experience through like you, through me. So what I understand from that is like, why should I be jealous of you when you and I are on the same path to develop spiritually, and just we're all coming from the same place. So why should I be hating on you when, I can learn from you, I can uplift you, and by do so, I'm uplifting myself.
Right.
So there's no need to have jealousy or like, why this person has this and I don't have that. So my take on that is like, what do I need to do to work on myself to get to where this person is, that I would like to be on that spot that this person is at the right moment.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I really love that sentiment too, is that, we can really learn from each other, and especially because no one is going to go, like, everybody has a unique experience, right?
Exactly.
Like, everyone's going through something different, and their lives are always, no one's going to be the same exact as you. So everybody's experience leads them to be a unique person. So there is no need to like, there is just an aspect of, oh yeah, we can learn from each other because you went through something totally different than me, and maybe we could relate in some ways, but which I think is also really beautiful. It's like the way that we can connect with each other through our uniquenesses, but also through our similarities. So love that balance.
There's a space for everyone in this universe. There's no need for it. Like, I always tell, like, especially women that I meet out there that like similar things I like, I'm like, if you ever feel like reaching out, reach out. Like, I'm a text away. There's, maybe you and I are going through the same thing. Maybe you're going through something I already went through. And, doesn't mean that my experience has to be lived by you the same way, but maybe I can kind of like give you my testimony, so you can say, you know what, like, I don't feel alone. I'm not the only person going through this. Yeah. There's like some other women out there who are experiencing depression, anxiety, loneliness, everything that we all humans go through, because, living is hard.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Life is hard.
It's hard. Yeah. So, it will be great to like find more souls out there that are compassionate and wanna like give the best that they can give to the world to others. Because if you die and you don't give that out there in the universe, I feel like you just wasted a life.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I can't just like, I don't know, like, I feel like it's hard to just like stay stagnant. Like, I need to do things that are, about change, or like going on like adventures. Like, I need that to like fill my soul. I can't just like stay still and like be like, okay, I'm just happy here and like doing the same routine every day. It's just not, I can't do that, and I think having those experiences and going out and like, especially traveling is like one of my favorite things to do, because there's nothing like going to a place and experiencing that culture, that place, that energy for yourself, and then adding that like into your soul of like, oh wow, I learned like something here. Different. Yeah, and learned from the people. I connected with the people, and like, yeah.
I always said to myself every Monday morning before I get in my car, I always said, like, I'm going to do something this week that scares me. 5 impossible things before breakfast. Because it's really like, yes, I'm afraid, but I also want to like challenge myself. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I can be like my biggest supporter, but also like, what are you gonna do today that is different than you did last week? Like, are you
Push
gonna,
yourself. Yeah.
yeah, push yourself. Like, get scared. Like,
Yeah.
live life.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. A friend said that to me a really long time ago, and it's one of those. It's so funny that you said that. I actually got like chills. Is that like I always keep that in the back of my mind. I'm like, okay, do something that scares you every day. I think that's like a really good.
It is. It's a great motto. Like, I tell one of my friends, what's the worst that can happen? Like, you die. And I laugh. My friend just look at me like, of course.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but
yeah, but like, you gotta
live.
Yeah, you gotta put yourself out there, because if you just like, you need to live, not like life going and passing by, and you just like a passenger in your life. You need to be the driver.
Yeah.
You want to drive your own experiences, like get in your bus, the people that like makes the experience like cool and awesome. Kick off the ones that don't make the experience cool.
Yeah, exactly. I think like the more you find yourself too, like the more that you can charge those experiences, because the more you could be like, oh yeah, I love doing this kind of stuff. I love like connecting in this way. I love pushing myself in this way. Let me try this experience or something like that. So
that's the best. Like you need to, I feel like we need to find out there people that vibe with our energy and like our like good intentions, instead of like let others who do the opposite drag us into like situations and feelings and emotions that don't connect with
don't serve us, right? Yeah,
how you're supposed to feel. Like it should be like the opposite. It's so cool to like hang out with a person that after the person leave, instead of you feeling drained and tired, you're like, oh my god, today it was such
a fill me up,
right?
Yeah, I get that from you. Absolutely. Every time I see you, I'm like, oh my god, that just like really like filled me up. That was like, it like gives peace to my spirit, right?
I love that, and I love like like coming here to you, because it's just like out of being a mom, a wife, and everything else that I do during my week, I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go and hang out with my friend.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. By the time like I leave, I just feel like maybe we didn't stop seeing each other for like a month, or like
doesn't feel like there's any space of time.
Catch up like right away. And that's I think that's the best kind of relationship.
Yes.
When you get to like see a person and like vibe and be happy for them, like just be there. And I tell my friends, sometimes you don't need to say anything. Yeah. Just the thought that like your friend knows that you're there. That's all you need. Like, right? I don't need to tell you like anything. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm here. Like reach out, and then you can reach out to me. Yeah. And I know that I can text you. Yeah. And that's wonderful. That's wonderful because, we haven't known each other for that long. But to me, it feels like we've known each other forever. Right. I know. Right? Yeah. Really, honestly, it really does. Like when I met you, it was like something like clicked. And, it's really fun to have, and like, just like a safe friendship, like a safe feeling, like kind of friendship, because I know like we've both been through, the ringer in regards to like not having like very like, I don't know, like just, I feel like aligned friends, Yeah. I feel like that's like a good word to say, because it's like not necessarily like that, like I think those people are bad people or anything like that, but like, they just didn't do the right things by me, or like, whatever. So like they don't serve me in my life anymore. But it's so important to find friends that like do support you and are aligned with you, and that you just really click with. You don't need like it's quality over quantity, Quantity. Yes. Exactly. I always get those like confused. I'm like, I gotta get this right. So but also like we tend to say like, oh, I just have this best friend, and my thought is always like, I have more than one best friend, because I feel like you cannot just with so many people out there and bringing so much to the table. Yeah. You cannot just be to one person. And also, whoever was your best friend when you were like a teenager, like maybe doesn't like the same things or doesn't vibe with the same things you vibe as an adult.
Right.
Right? And that doesn't mean that that person is not a good friend. It's just that we evolve as humans and we cannot like be stuck on how I was when I was a teenager versus now as an adult. And that's what is so wonderful to have many best friends.
Exactly. Yeah. There's different parts of yourself that you vibe with different people with, exactly. Right? And especially like when we're younger, we're kind of friends with a lot of people that are based off of like situationally, right? Like it's like who's surrounding us, and especially us. Like I feel like the internet had just started to like really take place, so it wasn't like I feel like probably like a lot of people now that have that access to connecting with people all over the world, whether that be good or bad. I'm sure there's like the coin toss in regards to that, but it expands like your network and being able to connect with people that like you might not have ever met but are so similar in like vibes or anything like that.
Hey, you just gave me a new best friend in Scotland, and I haven't been in Scotland.
I knew you would. I knew you would love her. Yeah.
I love you, Tina.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's amazing. I love her page. Anything about like bees, like she sent me the other day this cute picture of like the baby bees hatching.
Oh my god, they were so cute.
So cute. I just couldn't stop staring at it.
If you've never seen baby bees before, I'm gonna try to share it in a little clip that Tita sent us, but it is very cute. Very, very cute. So cute. Where did your first because your business is called the Crystal Bee. So obviously we know how you kind of got into crystals, but like what made you name your business after bees? What like is your connection to them?
So animals always find me.
Yeah.
And like I'm like an animal whisperer. But for some reason, like especially around the spring, like bees always find me. Like they were like I'll be walking with my kid and then the bees will be there. And I love creatures. I'm not afraid of them. So I usually would like go and like touch them, kind of like pet them. And my son would be like, it's gonna sting you. I'm like, no, because I'm not giving a fear energy. The animals feel energy. For those who are not familiar, it's like, animals and kids are very like into energy. However vibe they feel from you, that's how they react. Right. So if you're fearful, like they're gonna be like guarded, like what are you gonna do to me? Mm-hmm. And it's funny. I can be like anywhere with friends outside, and the bees come. I have friends who are terrified of bees, and they're like, "Oh my god! Of course the bees are here because you." Like the bee whisperer, and it's funny. I saw a video the other day of a lady that wherever she goes, she's followed by like ravens. Like,
oh my god!
The ravens follow her, and I was like,
I'm jealous.
That's like me with bees, like everywhere. Like last month, I think I sent you the picture, and I sent Tita the picture too. I was in my lunch break, and I was just randomly walking, and then I felt like something landed on my shoulder, and when I turned, it was a wonderful bumblebee.
Oh my god, they just love you.
I went and I say hi and I pet the bee, and the bee just kind of like looked at me and then flew away.
Wow.
But a lot of people don't like know that bees are so amazing. They can recognize your face.
Wow.
Your voice. So the chances that if you help a bee at some point in your life, that bee can come back and know it's you. I rescue them from anywhere and I put them in flowers. I carry sugar packs with me.
Oh.
To just like, help them out. Like in the spring, you'll find me around my town like a crazy person. Like with my phone going like this and trying to take pictures and videos of them.
No.
But I feel like the bee is kind of like my spirit animal. It's such a like, I'm a little person. I'm only 4'11". So I identify with the bees because the bees are so tiny, but they do so much for us. Mm-hmm. So I feel like the little ones always get underestimated on how much they can accomplish.
Yeah.
And humanity wouldn't survive without bees.
No.
And a lot of people fear them. And I just see them like, they amaze me. They're so beautiful. Like, it's like the wonder of the world to me, like how such a tiny creature can do so much for us.
Yes.
Everything they do, like how they do the hives, like on symmetry, like if you're never like zoom in on like a beehive, please do, because you see like all the
the honeycombs, like the
geometry.
Oh my god, it's so cool,
right? You're like, how these tiny creatures like work on that and make like amazing things. I love them. I feel like the bees also found me in a place in my life when I needed it, like something to amuse me. So they found me when I was like, I probably, like, my son was like Georgie's age.
Oh, yeah.
And it can get rough.
Yes.
Sometimes you feel like, oh my God, like, why? And they would really like find me, and I would be like going around town with my kid, and they would be like on my shoulder, on my hand, and I was just like, you know what? Like, these creatures are finding me, and they're just letting me know that it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I love them.
This is so beautiful.
I love them. I don't think that my life was as cool before I met bees. So when I decided to take my business to the next level, and I was thinking about something related with crystals, I was my I guess my husband asked me, "What is that you like?" And I go like, "I like crystals and I like bees." I remember I was like with my iPad trying to sketch like a graphic for like the logo, and I was just like trying to do it. I wish I had the picture. It was very lousy. The lady that made it pretty really made it really pretty, and I was just like sitting in there, we're watching TV, and something clicked in me, and I'm like, the crystal bee.
There you go. It was like sent to you.
It just clicked, and when I said it out loud, I just felt like my energy rising, like I found myself. I'm the crystal bee.
Yeah.
It just still gives me chills, because I was just like, wow, like I always knew I was like attuned to crystals. But now the bees just kind of like make a great combo.
Yeah.
And I don't think I can like really see myself before I was a crystal bee.
Yeah.
I love it. It's just like I guess my superhero name. Crystal bee. The crystal bee and the femme sauvage.
Yes, yes. I feel like it's amazing, and like that's why we also connected so much, is because the crystal bee femme sauvage was like our way of like finding ourselves, and then like bringing out our inner like loves, obviously other than our children, like getting something back in our lives that's like for us, and like finding this new pathway. And yeah, it's so funny because it's like similar ish to you. Like the when I started Femme Sauvage, it was after Georgie. I had that name before I had him, and I initially actually focused on painting leather jackets and like custom leather jackets and things like that. But it was very time consuming, and then like doing that, it just like something wasn't fitting. And then like I got my iPad and I was like drawing on there, and it was much easier to like make art and things like that. And then once he was born and I had some time to not be sleep deprived, like something like
zombie mode.
Yeah, and add a zombie mode, I was like, all right, I need something other than just like scrolling on my phone, and like this is so not challenging for me. Like I'm just losing myself, and I it kind of came out of nowhere, like just somewhere deep inside of me. And then it was like this was like my first design, the woman running with the wolves. Yeah. Yeah, and then this, I redrew this. Like it was initially something different, and then I was like, I don't know, I can rework this. So I went back to it and I reworked it, and then this came out, and then there were a couple more, and I'm like, Femme Sauvage means wild woman in French.
Yes.
So I want to create something that is like that makes sense like to that name. So that's why like the women are naked and they're running free and just being themselves because they are wild women, and like the, you know, it's supposed to represent like the essence with us connecting like you to the bees, or like connecting with, you know, whatever animal spirit that's kind of near it or next to it, or like that's calling to you. So that's kind of like how that started. But I think that, you know, having something for yourself, especially as a mom, like it doesn't need to be a business or
Exactly.
something, but something to give back to you. Like you need to fill your own cup to be able to give out. Because if you're just at zero, you can't give, you know, either. So yeah.
You have to, I always tell people, like when people get mad at me and they're like, and who are you? I just laugh and I'm like, I'm me. They looked at you like, what the heck? But it's true, because I feel like we get lost into labels through our life. So after being ourselves, we end up being the mom of, the sister of, the daughter of, the wife of.
Yeah.
So increasing on labels, and we tend to forget that at the end of the day, you are you.
Yeah.
So what do you do to nurture you? Yourself, your femininity, like the relationships that like give you on the things that you like. What are you doing today for you?
Yeah.
We spend our day doing things for others, standing for others, and not really caring about ourselves. Like I sometimes when I get like all like worked out, I stop and I say to myself, why did I do today for me?
Yeah.
Like, did I do something fun today? Did I do something that scared me today? Like, did I text a friend? Did I reach out to somebody?
Yeah.
Because you don't know by just a text saying, hey, what's up? Whose life you're changing?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's important to stop a little bit in the busy day and say, like, what did I do for me today?
Yeah.
Like, and if I didn't do it, like, there's still time to.
There's still time to have something for
Right?
myself. Yeah.
Even if it's like, I'm just going to go around the block and enjoy my iced coffee.
Yeah. That could be, honestly, that could just be like, I just want silence, listening to the birds,
Right?
having my iced coffee, going for a walk. Like, this is enjoyable. And I feel like sometimes, like, the misconception, or like, there's like very few people that are like, oh, that's selfish or something like that. But it's not, because what happens is when you don't give to yourself, you just, you react in different ways, and like, you're not caring for yourself. Like there's no way that, like, say if like you're injured or something like that, you can't be able to help other people to the best that you can. That's if true. You're hurt or you're injured. And that's the same with like mental health, and being able to have that time for yourself and to make that time for yourself is very important, is actually really unselfish, because you're really thinking about all of the channels that that make up who you are. And in order to fulfill all of those, like, you need to be able to fill your own cup. You need to.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true. And I also feel like people tend to project how they're feeling when they see someone that is happy or seems like growing on their own.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like the Grinch, but for like mental health.
Yes.
Right? You will always.
Interesting, yeah.
I call them the energy vampires.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? They suck the light out of you, and there's like, it's something that bugs them. Like when they see someone happy, it's just like let me go and touch it, and kind of like the Inside Out movie when sadness starts touching the spheres.
Oh,
right?
yes,
All the
yes.
memories as they start turning like blue.
Yeah.
And she just cries. I feel like the energetic vampires are out there to really get you. And it takes a lot of like work. Sometimes it has taken me a while to be able to just kind of like put my hands and say like, you're not worth my energy.
Yeah.
But they're out there, and I think that we need to start recognizing them. And it's okay to say to a friend or like a family member, like, no.
Yeah.
Like today.
No is a full sentence.
Exactly. Yeah. Today, I don't feel like dealing with your nonsense. Today, right?
Yeah.
Today, I don't want to be bothered. I just want to be in my corner with my book. Like, figure it out on your own, but don't get to me because you're projecting your feelings on me.
Yeah.
Kind of like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I think that it's like, again, like when you are working on yourself, you're not absorbing all of those negative traits. Like you're not inherently jealous because you're reflecting. Like reflecting is like the biggest thing I feel like is how, like, honestly, in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking like, how can I like grow and be a better person every day? Like what can I do to like work on myself? And a lot of that is obviously like I want that for myself, but then I also want to be a good example for like my son. And like there's no better way to do that than to show them how
to work on yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly. And also like vulnerability is something that people are not like getting used to, like put out there.
Yeah.
Like, but you need to kind of like the inside out movie again.
Mhm.
Like it needs to be sadness sometimes to go through a period in your life where you're gonna appreciate the joy when you have it.
Yeah.
Because you already experienced a low point that taught you something you needed it at that like time in your life, and now you get to enjoy, and not only enjoy it but like share it with someone else.
Yeah.
And then there's gonna be a time that someone close to you is probably gonna navigate a similar situation, and you've been there already, so you
Right.
kind of like say, you know what,
This is how we get through it.
exactly. And sometimes just like, let me give you a hug. You don't have to say things. I'm not great with words. I try not to like give much advice because everyone lives life differently. But I would tell my mom friends like, hey, when my son was this age, I went through something similar.
Yeah.
I did this that worked for me. Maybe it will work for you.
Yeah.
But not imposing like, oh, this is how you have to do it.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
feel like sometimes, at least for me, like it does actually feel really good to like relate to people that have been through like a similar experience,
Situation.
that it doesn't feel so isolating that you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I like, you know what, actually that does make me feel better. I'm not like the only one going through this experience. This is not like a unique experience. Like this is something that like, a lot of people go through, and like obviously everybody's like specific situation is going to be different, but like it's nice to know that exactly. Yeah.
And that's why, like,
Oh, I'm so excited.
yeah. So for my queen who buys the stars and the moon,
Oh my god.
that's for you, my love. So now we both
Look at how beautiful.
rock tiaras.
I can't wait to put this on. Oh my gosh.
So now we're
yours, I love it.
Scorpio queens.
Scorpio queens. Yes. Can you see it with my hair? I gotta put it more in the front.
It's beautiful.
There we go.
Oh no, I got something else to complement the look.
Oh, I'm so excited. I am already rocking
She
all crystal.
You see the influence, but like for those who know her and know her obsession, since George didn't put up for the task.
Oh my god. You're so thoughtful. So, for people that don't know, I am obsessed with ravens. Like, I really wanted to get into falconry like a little while ago, but I have my son now, and it takes up a lot of time. So, but we always joke. Yeah, this is so.
It looks so realistic, right?
Right.
It comes with a little like wired, so you can maybe like.
I'm definitely gonna add him. I'm gonna have him on my lap for now for the episode.
We're gonna probably name him like George Jr.
George Jr. There's a lot of Georges up in this house, so I don't know about George anymore. There's a lot of Georges up here.
We should.
My husband and my son, they're both George. So. Well, thank you so much for my raven. You know me. You know me well.
Of course, my love, and I also got you.
Oh my gosh, you're so funny.
Thanks.
Oh, good. Oh, you're the best. Thank you so much. You're so sweet.
For those who are into crystals, you always want to have like incense and sage to cleanse them. Crystals tend to get like all the energy. If you are like at an event or you bought like a crystal at a store, obviously people are touching them, and as they're touching them, their energy is on the crystal. So it's usually great to, if you have like sage or incense, to cleanse them. If you have selenite, that is a crystal that like cleanses everything. It's like the white one. Make sure that you go. Oh, yeah. You got like a dagger here.
Yeah, I have a cool selenite dagger over here.
So. She has a selenite dagger. Yeah. And if I were to clean my crystal, so I just kind of like, I can't even like go like this, or you can just leave the crystals overnight like this.
And now the selenite, like, is that something that you usually leave out with the full moon to charge?
Yes, you can. There's actually different types of selenite. Okay. There's a blue one that is so gorgeous.
Blue. Oh, I don't know if I've ever heard of that blue selenite.
Yes. Yeah. Last event, a lady was selling crystals too, and I saw one, so I bought one for like Katie.
Oh, that's so nice. Another friend that we've met through yeah.
I saw the crystal and I'm like, oh, this is like Katie's eyes. She has like gorgeous like light eyes. And
yeah.
The selenite, it's like, it gives that like iridescent look. And it's beautiful because blue selenite connects with the higher realms. If you are like into angels, archangels, blue selenite, celestite, and also, angelite. It's beautiful, but this is part of your goodies.
I love you. You're the best. Thank you. And the incense, she's so good. The incense is wild spirit incense. I love that. I can't wait to try it. I'm so excited. You're the best.
Oh.
And this is why I'm like so excited to have you on too, to ask you more about. So like, what are, I guess, some of like the misconceptions that people have? I feel like we chat about that all the time. Like
on crystals?
Yeah, on crystals.
So people tend to think that crystals are just for like, if you're into like witchcraft and, like things like that. Like, yeah. Obviously.
I mean, you can be, but.
Yeah, but the older generation, it's very like into religion. And being religion, and I have nothing against religion. I feel like people can and want to believe in whatever they want to. But the religion back then, I felt like, it was more control. So they didn't want people to embrace like their higher self, especially women. Mm-hmm. They didn't want women to embrace their femininity, their like grounding and embracing the moon, the stars, all these like, ancient knowledge that we carry with us. And they tend to stigmatize crystals kind of like they do with like salt. People are like, oh, don't sprinkle me with salt because it's going to give me bad luck. No, it does the opposite. It cleanses you. Yeah.
Well, it's like, so it's funny how some things get picked up, and it's like crystals are like of the earth, like they're so natural, Yeah, that's like one of those things that doesn't like make so much sense to me, like how they would be like, and I think it's so interesting too that like there's so many parts of like femininity that get especially through like religious context, how it just had gotten like snuffed for so many like millennia basically of and it's like this strong, especially like in ancient past, like this strong connection to the earth, the cycles, nature, everything. Like that Venus of Willendorf, that kind of thing, and like embracing women's bodies, like in ancient historical places, like there would be places where like they had like birthing rooms and like the focus on women having birth and like them being like creatrixes, and then just switch to like men being like, oh well, women are our property and like blah blah blah.
It's patriarchy.
Like, I don't see you pushing anything
out
to the world, okay?
Crystals really like through history, if people love history as much as I do, like the Aztecs in Chichen Itza used to use the obsidian disc to put it close to like the sun, and depending on how the obsidian disc would look, they will know like the seasons, and they counted that 28 days, kind of like when the female has a period, They use the obsidian on daggers. Women use it when they had their period. They use it to do divination, protection.
Wow.
The Egyptians love the lapis lazuli. Like if you were royalty, if you see a museum where there's like things from Egypt, you'll see a lot of like lapis lazuli.
Yeah.
That's how they knew someone was from royalty. It's like, here in New York, we have like the Herkimer mine where they have the beautiful Herkimer diamonds.
Yeah.
That is like a more affordable diamond, but they're gorgeous. They like a raw cut diamond.
Yeah.
And they're beautiful. There's the Dominican Republic has the Larimar.
That's such a beautiful stone. It's like a light blue.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. With
I think I have one here. So this is the Larimar. It's such a gorgeous stone. It's really named because the person who discovered it had a daughter whose name was Larissa. So he makes the daughter's name with the ocean that is Mar. So Lari Mar. And the stone really, it resonates with the ocean.
Yeah.
It can get darker, and once you put it in ocean water, it lights up again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's, you always learn something. This last trip that I had to DR, I connected with Amber. I always see it. One of my best friends from France loves Amber. And I never, it never got me into like, I like this stone. Maybe it was because it was not like colorful enough for me.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm very colorful. If you know me, like, color is a must for me.
Yes.
So I was just like, oh. And then I went to a tour, and this lady had a huge piece of like amber, and she was teaching about it. So amber, it's like the best nature antibiotic.
Wow.
If you didn't know that, if you have little kids and you have them with like a piece of amber, they will help them to prevent sick.
Oh, wow.
So you won't get sick. They help when the kids have like their teething.
Oh, that's right.
It helps with that. And amber, there are like 4 or 5 kinds of amber. The Dominican Republic has the rarest one that is the blue amber. And how you know is you just kind of like put a flashlight through the stone. And it changes colors.
Oh, wow. And that means it's like inside.
It's so beautiful.
So cool.
And if you want to know if it's real amber or not, put it in salt water. If it floats, it's amber. And if it doesn't float, if it sinks, it's just a fake one.
Yeah, because that's the other thing out there, right? Is like telling the difference between like fake and real. What's like a tip that you could give to people that...
So I feel...
Do you have to be really knowledgeable in order to really know, or...
No, because, I mean, there's certain stones I think that the hardest ones to spot if they're a fake or not. Like, they're really good at imitating the rose quartz because what they do is like they paint granite. But stones smell certain way. Like, if you are going to buy coral, per se, it smells like salt, like salt water.
That makes sense. Yeah. And
crystals, the easiest way to know is a real crystal, they're cold. If you touch a stone, supposedly a stone, and it doesn't feel cold, it's not a real crystal.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. A lot of people, they love to imitate malachite. That is like...
that's a big one.
The
green
this
and
green
black.
Crystal.
Yeah.
And it's malachite. The easiest way to spot a fake, it's like they haven't been able to perfection. It has like tiny, like lighter spots within the black spots.
Oh, got it.
That makes sense. So if you see it and then it looks like the black is super perfect, it's not malachite. It's just like, synthetic.
Yes. Yeah. You don't want...
No, I don't. If I'm going to buy a crystal, I just go for like the real thing because more than wearing something, you want to like benefit from the crystal properties.
Right. Yeah.
And the crystal usually chooses you. If you are familiar with Harry Potter, like how they say that the wand chooses the wizard, the crystal chooses you.
That's so cool. That's like when it kind of reminds me of last week when I went to visit you.
Yeah.
What was the name of that expo again?
Holistic Expo.
Okay. Holistic. Yeah. So I went to Carla had a market, and actually it's I'll take it off just to show.
The stellar one, that's one.
Yeah, so like this bracelet, what's in it again? Like what are the
So this one has lapis hepatite. That look. It's the one I'm using. That it's gorgeous stone that really is very similar to how the ocean looks. Like you can see this one, and angelite. So this bracelet here connects with earth, with the angelic realms. It calms you, it suits you. Yeah. Kind of like you look at it and you feel like Zen.
I really do that. Like right? I saw it on on your thing, and I was like, oh my god, because obviously I'm gonna go and like support and like treat myself, you know. Yeah. But then I was like, what am I gonna treat myself to? And this definitely called out to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I need this one. And it was funny because your friend. It was the only one. It was the only one, and your friend Ro was there, and somebody else was asking about it, and he was looking for it, and he couldn't find it. But then I found it when I walked up, so clearly the stone was waiting for me.
Yeah, like stones, if you like go to a place and you get drawn for like certain stones, sometimes you're like, oh, I saw these stones and it looks like this way, but I'm not familiar with it. Like that day, I picked this one. It's called Peter's Sight. And it's like a brown with black, but
pretty, earthy.
If you find it with like blue, it's very rare, and it's for like psychic gifts. Ooh. And I was just like, I picked it up and I was like, I really liked it. It's not like my color of choice. I tend to go more for like the green, the blues, purples,
like poppy, bright colors. Yeah.
But this was just like very earthy, very like I don't know, like fall vibes kind of. And I was just like, you know what? I really like that bracelet. And then I started like reading all about it, and I had heard the name, but there's so many crystals that it's really impossible to know everything about every single one.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, how are you gonna know? Like you just like as you come, I'm sure, right? It's like as you come across them, then you start to like learn a little bit more each time.
Exactly, but I was just like, that's so funny because I'm really looking into like enhancing more like my psychic gifts and try to like make it like I guess easier for me. And I was just like, this stone just found me, or maybe my guys like put me in the right direction.
Yeah,
and I don't mind that when I go to places and other people sell crystals too, because I feel like we can all learn from each other.
Yeah.
And absolutely. The lady was super cool. She was like, showing me different pictures, like how you can find them, where they source them.
Very cool.
It's so cool. It's so cool. I guess that's my favorite part of the expos, that you get to connect with people that like similar things that you like.
Yeah, right? Absolutely. Yeah. 100%. Yeah, that was a good that was a fun little expo. I think hopefully we can do it together.
Yeah. They have amazing things. I saw people with like nice like crystal carvings. This same lady had a beautiful geode of rose quartz amethyst.
Wow.
It's like I seen like ametrine, that is like the amethyst with the citrine.
Oh yeah.
Like cool. The tourmalines are wonderful because they have many colors and they have different properties. People tend to know just the black tourmaline for protection. Yeah. But I have a ring that I love that it's called watermelon tourmaline. So cool. Half it's like red and the other half it's kind of like green. It looks like an actual watermelon.
Very cool. Very cool.
And I was looking into the stone, and it's for like self-love.
Oh, I love that.
So sometimes, like when you need a pick-me-up, find a nice piece of like gemstone jewelry, and then voila.
Yeah.
New you.
Right. Yes, and I also wanted to like ask, so like we kind of talked about it a little bit, but like charging and like moon water, like what is like your advice? Like what's something that I guess like I don't know, are people doing it wrong?
So I feel like the most common mistake with crystals, and especially elixirs, is not looking into the crystal properties. There are some crystals that you can put in water and they're good and beneficial, like a clear quartz.
Yeah.
You can put in water and then put it like in the moon.
Right.
And then just like you can put that water in the refrigerator, you can drink that water. You can bathe yourself with that water.
Right.
And those are like energetic elixirs. You can also put them on the sunlight. The crystal.
Sun water or like the
so
crystal?
Put it to like clean it. I usually cleanse it with either super cold water or like in salt.
Okay.
And then I put it to charge on the sun. Then you can add it to your water to have like an energetic elixir.
Yeah.
And that is safe. But there are people putting crystals like per se a calcite dissolves. Like a selenite, if you put it in water, dissolves. So you may be getting like chemicals that are harmful for your body.
Yeah.
Because, some of them have like elements that are not like good for the human body.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know that. Like onyx is a stone that is wonderful for protection, but a lot of people don't recommend to have it on all the time because it's such a like overpowering stone.
Okay.
That kind of like instead of uplifting you,
it's bringing you.
It's doing the opposite.
Yeah.
And so amethyst you can put in water, clear quartz. There's some agates that you can put, like, you find many colors. A lot of people don't know that these amazing crystals, like, they're very common, but they're amplifiers. So if you want like an elixir, so you can, let's say you have this glass and this is an agate disc.
Yeah.
So you can put the agate underneath and you can put it like by the sun with a clear crystal inside. So the agate disc is amplifying the elixir.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, if you are into candle magic, you can put like the glass can be the candle and then the coaster can be the agate. So you say you're lighting a candle for prosperity.
Yeah.
So you put the agate disc underneath and it just amplifies that intention that you put into the candle.
Oh, I love that. That's cool.
Yeah, I think crystals are so cool. I feel like people give them a bad rap.
Yes.
They're wonderful. I always love to ask people, like, most people will meet you and be like, what's your favorite color? I'll go like, what's your favorite crystal?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite crystal, Brie?
Yeah. Oh man. Sorry, that's my 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 laundry going on.
Special effects.
Yeah. Honestly, hi wild ones. I hope you're enjoying this episode of the Find Your Wild podcast. This episode is sponsored by my clothing brand Femme Sauvage, and you can find a discount code and link in the description. So check it out. We have a lot of amazing designs, and $5 of the proceeds goes to different charities. So please feel free to check it out and enjoy the rest of the episode. Thanks so much. So back to my favorite crystal, I think is probably lapis.
Lapis?
I've always been drawn to lapis, and I don't know if you ever, I guess like it's so funny how I first started going in, what?
Because it looks like the Starry Night.
That, and I think I used to love like reading about ancient Egypt too when I was younger, so like I always had that in the back of my head, and then it popped back up when I was younger. I was reading the Vampire Diaries. I don't know. Do you remember? Did you read that series?
Yeah,
and there was
vampires.
Yeah, I know, right? And they, like, one of the stones in there, they would talk about lapis lazuli, and like I don't remember how it was important, but like then I was
it like a scarab or something?
I don't think it was I think it was a necklace or something, like in the, I don't remember though in the book, but like they were, it like meant something. It was like important to wear it, but I was like, lapis. Like I like sometimes like reading fictional things like then like has me like diving in and doing more research, and I'm like, now I'm really interested. Like I gotta like, like look into that like a little more,
Yeah.
Hey buddy.
And lapis, if you like lapis like Brie, I guess the best way to find it, because it can be similar to sodalite, that it's another like blue stone. The difference with lapis is like it has like gold dots.
Yeah.
So you really have to like look closely, and if you don't spot the like gold dots, it's not lapis. It can probably be like a cut of soda light that it's not showing the white. Soda light is usually like blue and white. Lapis has the deep like indigo blue,
right,
with some spots of white and the gold.
Yeah, that's right. That's why you need to go to your local crystal expert.
Please let me know. Send me a message. I love connecting with people.
Yeah.
I have clients that purchase things from me, and then they hit me up on Instagram and go like, "So I just saw this about crystal. Like, should I do this or how can I do it?
Yeah.
Like, how do I clean it?" And then I'm like, "You want me to send you like
a whole thing? Like, because I can really go in on it."
Sometimes I just like when I ship the orders, I just send the entire like PDF on like all the properties of the crystals, and they're like, "Oh my god, this is so cool."
Yeah, I also love like each of your pieces are pretty unique for the most part, right? Like, how do you like feel out like, okay, these are gonna go together? Like, I love like this piece.
That's
this
so
is Tiger's Eye, right?
Yeah.
And then is this like a little?
It has like a lava rock. Yeah.
Love it. And then what's this one here?
That one is labradorite, because you see each shyness.
Yeah.
So that's how you know it's labradorite.
Oh,
It's like an iridescent look when you like move it.
Is labradorite like more greeny?
It's green, but they also have a red labradorite. Kind of like tiger's eyes. It's like the usual brown.
Okay.
But they also have a red one, a blue one, and a purple one.
Okay, cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
I like to. So I also collect jewelry.
Of course.
Of course. George can appreciate that.
Yes.
And I like unique pieces. I feel like when I'm looking for something, I want something that stands out and it makes a person to think about you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So when I picking up, I was like, I want to bring her a tiara, and picking up in between all the tiaras I had, I was like, that's perfect, because it feels like it's, the wolf factor. It has like a crescent moon, and you love like the moon and the stars.
Yeah.
So it clicked, and I was just like, that's a Brie piece. Or when I gave you the matching necklace that we have, with like the black tourmaline.
Oh, I love that one. And it looks like a little like a little dagger.
Yeah. Right? I was just like, this speaks Scorpio vibes. It's like a
Scorpio.
like a kick out like statement piece.
Yeah.
So I like things that stand out and they are different and unique, because like when we are in expos, they can be obviously different like crystal like vendors, but I feel like every single person has their own like touch.
Right.
Like on, the lines that they're bringing, what they want to show. I usually like to pair my crystals with like cool pieces that are like, people go like, I don't think that I will rock these, but then they put it on and they're like, I actually liked it.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what I love the tiara so much, because, we need to embrace like to feel feminine, the funny, like to like just because of like, oh, what is this chick wearing a crystal tiara? I mean, because I want it, I can.
Yeah. You know what? It makes me feel like the fucking queen I am, okay?
Exactly. Amen to that. And that's the best part of me. I love when people own who they are, and the crystals make them feel a certain way.
Yeah.
Right? It's just so cool to find something. And when I'm looking for like crystals for my friends, I just need like, my first thought is like, what stone would I see? If my friend was a stone, what stone would my friend be?
Yeah.
So I'm like, like, I guess if someone were to pick a stone for me, they're like, oh, she's colorful. So they'll pick like a rainbow quartz.
Oh.
And they're like, oh, this will be like Carla in a crystal.
Yeah.
Like when I saw like, when I see like the black tourmaline, like the obsidian, like, the tiger's eye, I'm just like, this is so brave, because they're colors that are powerful. Yeah. And they also are stones that are very tuned with like animals and the wild And like I was saying, the Aztecs used to have their daggers with like black obsidian.
So cool.
The points.
Yeah.
So that's very cool to find a piece of jewelry that not only stands out, but it has cool properties and it's such a unique gift. Like you're not gonna find another person like wearing that dagger necklace.
No.
Anytime soon.
I love that.
That's like me.
Yes, we got the matching ones. But I think that it's like cool too also like what I personally love about your pieces, like they're really cool to like style together, or they can be like this one is like cool to wear on its own, but it's like adjustable. And like each one of your pieces I have, they're like so different from each other, but it's so cool in that way because I feel like I can really like like whatever I'm wearing that day, it's like, ooh, what vibe do I want to give off?
Right.
Like what and that's why I love that each of the pieces are so like different, but they're so unique. And I don't know, it's just like kind of like goes to like what we were talking about like before too, which I think is so special.
Right. I have actually a fun story to tell you. I don't ever think I told you the story behind the first piece of jewelry you got from me. That was that necklace that George bought for you.
Oh, the blue one. Yeah.
So where the expo that like where we met, I had just made this beautiful necklace that it's kind of like how the crown is, but like in the middle, and it has like special blue quartz. And as I'm trying to like think, because I get visions of like pieces, and then I just kind of like have to get up and like write it down or kind of like sketch it. I don't draw as cool as you, somewhere in there.
Yeah, well, just to get the idea out that you're like, I need to save
exactly like this is what I'm gonna do. And when I was thinking about that necklace, I was just like, I feel like I want to connect because I love the ocean. I feel like I want to connect with the ocean. And I have just come from my trip from Iceland.
Oh,
and I went to see whales.
Oh.
And I just got the chills. I love them. And when I saw the whale, like everyone was like in their own thing. And then the whale kind of like came out, and then it was back. And inside me, I was just kind of like mentally speaking. And when the whale came out the first time, I like went like, thank you for coming out. Like I feel so honored that like you came out of the ocean to like
come say hello.
Yeah. And I kid you not, like I have the video. I gotta show you. The whale just went like this.
Oh my God, I got chills too.
As I'm saying, thank you for coming, because to me, all animals are like masters.
Yeah.
And when I came back and I was like trying to design something, I was just like, I need something that connects with the ocean, but it also shows like, royalty.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to make a crown that you can like wear as a necklace, but not on your head.
Oh, yeah.
And kind of like mermaid vibes with like whales. And that's how that piece came out.
That's awesome. I love that. Amazing.
I didn't know that, I was seeing from the booth that you had, like, it was connection with animals, but the whales are like such beautiful creatures.
Yeah.
And that's how the necklace came out. So
wow, that's so cool. I'm so excited because I'm definitely gonna wear that on my journey in May, end of May.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you. I'm going with my friends from the Ocean Gals, and they have these awesome different like adventurous experiences, and we're gonna go hopefully dive and see the whales and connect with them, and I'm really excited to do that. So
I'm excited for you. I'll be going in the spirit.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yes. Yes, I'm gonna carry you with me, and I'm definitely carrying your crystals too.
Oh.
So I'm gonna wear that, and just like say out to the universe, like, okay, I really want to see some whales, and
yes, you gotta call them, and they will they will come. Bring all your crystals. I love cleansing my crystals with ocean water.
Yeah.
It's unless it's like selenite or something you don't want to be dissolved, but like the crystals that you wearing right now, you can put them like in the ocean, and then they have like a beautiful connection in charge.
Oh, I love
so
that.
you're gonna feel like the vibe of the ocean. I feel like the ocean is one, if not the most powerful, you know, gifts from Gaia, and you and I are water signs.
Right, exactly.
So we connect with water to a whole new level.
Yeah, even though sometimes, like, have you ever seen that meme? I don't know if I've sent it to you, where it's like the faucet and it's like Scorpio's a water sign and it's literally just fire coming out of the water faucet. So sometimes it's like that. But the depths of the ocean, I think, is especially something that Scorpios can relate to. I know I do. I know you do. Yeah.
I feel, for my Scorpios out there, I feel like Scorpios get a bad rep too.
They do.
Right?
They do. Yeah.
Like, people will ask me, like, what's your sign? And I'd be like, I'm a Scorpio. And they're like, ooh, Scorpio.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm like, bitch.
We're cool people.
Yeah, we're really cool.
And we're loyal friends. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Scorpios are great at, like, keeping your secrets.
Yes, I feel like sometimes air signs, because they're just like off, doing their own thing, like aren't always like connecting in that deep level. I feel like it's a lot of people that don't want to connect on a deep level that are like, oh my God, it's Scorpio. You guys go really deep. I'm just like a puddle, so I can't do that.
And I think that what like scares them away is like that detective side that we have.
Oh yeah, like we know everything,
right? Like if you need to find out like dirt on someone, call your Scorpio friend.
Yeah. Exactly.
They'll find everything.
Yeah.
Everything that is to know about these person.
Exactly. Yes. Oh my God. So funny.
I'll be like, own it.
Yeah.
What's the name of this person?
Then we'll be like, okay, I know.
But I also love, like, I feel like I'm the like keeper of my friends like vulnerable like moments and secrets. Yeah. And it's so cool because, when someone trusts you to that level, it's nice to reciprocate in a way that you don't have to do anything. You just like,
yeah,
the keeper of like something from a person that you care for. A vulnerable moment, something that maybe they were ashamed to like share, but they say like, you know what, like I feel like I can share this experience with you, and I know and I have the certainty that you're not gonna go out there
and just
to say it to someone else.
Yeah, because I feel like, especially like us, is that we've been through so much, and like we're a lot, like, I don't know, we're deep divers in that way, and like we can really go in to those deep emotions and like the uncomfortabilities, and I think that's like what I love about the symbolism of the Scorpio is that it's totally going into the depths, being unafraid, and like people feel that energy from you. And so that's why people that can't do that, they get scared off. People that are like fake, it's like they can't handle it. But like the people that have that safe space, like in their Scorpio friends, like they know we're the most loyal people.
And we're very funny.
We're very funny.
We're very silly.
Yes.
Like, we've got like a really wicked sense of humor that a lot of people don't get, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my husband's so funny. Like, like I also feel like I have a lot of like dad humor inside of me that I think is absolutely hilarious. And he'll look at me and we're like, oh my God, like that's not. But obviously he loves it because he loves me. But
What is love to love?
No, I love you.
I love you too.
Yes. This has been like really great. And tell people where they can
find me.
Yeah.
So if you are into crystals and anything like cool related, you can find me on Instagram. It's the Crystal Bee 21. You find me in Facebook, the Crystal Bee. And I'm working right now to rebrand my website. So soon you'll see the link on Instagram and Facebook. Nice. Hit me up if you have any questions. I'm also making like custom made pieces. If you want something that you vibe and you don't see on my social media, let me know.
Yeah,
I'm
I
happy
love that.
to challenge myself and make a cool piece out for you.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love that. And I'll make sure to link everything below. Thank you so much for my beautiful tiara.
I love it.
I love it. I love yours too. That's like, it's
With my bee,
it's beautiful.
I love my bee on anything.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much,
Thank you,
Wild
everyone.
Wines, for being here. And we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Revel in the moment like a river flowing to the sea. I feel the energy of life force flow.